Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of City Skylines Tuesday. I'm Scott with the Get Dangerous crew, and in this episode we start looking a little bit more at some residential areas and our elementary school status. We've only got capacity for 400 or so students and we have way more available, so we need to figure out a way to make that distance for students to travel a lot shorter and give them what they need. Thank you so much for tuning in each and every week. I really appreciate it. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get dangerous. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of City Skylines Tuesday. This is Scott with the Get Dangerous crew, and we're here in New Ravenglass. We've just crossed the 3,000 Sims threshold, and we're working our way through that Grand Village status. So the good news is, as of last game, we are officially positive on our budget. Barely positive, but we're doing something. So the goal today really is to start taking care of some of our housing needs. I want to build out this area a little bit more. Start fleshing in this part here to kind of get that everything above Birch Street. I really want to kind of fill in and get solid, and then we'll really look down at how we develop out this new area. So one of the things that we have available to us are these districts, right? So I'm not really sure how the specialized industry thing, I think that's just these, but we've got these districts that we can create. And so what I'd like to do is really kind of designate this above Butler Street. We'll say like from here to the edge of the map here counts as like a, we'll say like a downtowny kind of area, right? Called Bedford Ridge, if you will. And then I'm gonna make everything above Birch be its own area. We'll see if we can, we'll put this out to here so that it kind of like interacts here. Butler will be like that transition period. Then this will be like an industrial kind of area. It keeps snapping. We'll have this here. We'll figure that out later. But I really want to look in and making sure that I'm handling these two distinct areas. So with that in mind, in a district, you can set these different priorities. We don't have any of those yet. That'll come in the next iteration, I think. So in the meantime, what I want to do is we have this request for medium density housing, and we are also, I believe, low on our elementary school needs. We're meeting high school needs. We need to work on college, university stuff. That's a little later. Right now we're sending kids out of the city. But elementary school, we're coming up on double the need right there. So I think what we can do based on population, we can put in some more medium density housing here and then build a little elementary school kind of off to the side here, and that'll give us like 3 corners of elementary school. So what I'm going to do is this thing I've done a couple of times now. I build a little loop up and over. What's good about this is that this will enable us to have like a little bus loop here again for the school, which would be great. I'm well aware that as soon as I drop the school, we're going to be going back to the negative. So that's my guess, at least, is that that's what's going to happen. Maybe not. So anyway, we got that in place. We can put in some props and stuff like that later. But let's put in some housing so that we have population to kind of fill in the needs there. So we'll do, I want to do big Do a pair of medium density here. Oh, what? I don't know what this is. Why is this not happy? What are you? No, what are you? Are you low density? Or low income? That could be low income. I wish that this would indicate what this is. I guess that's low income housing. There we go. Make that, we can make this one be medium density. Yeah, so anyway, we can kind of build some of these in. Let's see. So the funny thing is I had planned to do this earlier, but I just totally got stuck on other things. So we'll put in some bushes. Oh, you can see my internet is lagging apparently. Even though it is at night and nobody else is using my internet, apparently GeForce is not wanting to share me with anybody right now. So it just happens. And somehow that like split the school. Did you see that? That was so bizarre. But yeah, so we have that. I've got Elizabeth. Make this. Elizabeth Jane Street. Don't worry, that's not an actual person that I know or care about. I just decided that would be a better name than just Elizabeth Street. It feels like a weird street name. So, housing needs are coming in. What I'm going to do is build in some low density. So I have a little high density here. This is a park. We'll put a little more, or not high density, medium density. Put some of that here as well. As those needs fill in, we'll get more going on. All right, so eventually we're going to address the crime needs. The problem is just that the crime, to get a police force just takes a lot to get that in place. A lot of money that we don't have right now. So once we get that money figured out and it's a little more steady income, then we can go ahead and take care of that. In the meantime, I'm just building out these streets because this is where I will have the rest of my development in this area. I feel like with all these grids in place that it would be much easier to have it just align. But man, does it always seem to want to be wonky. Like, how is it that every single one of these streets is just a little wonky? Like, that should just be click 90, right? You should have to make extra effort to make it not be a 90. So anyway, one of the things that's going well for us here is the production, right? So we've got the lumber production that we're producing 9.3 tons. We're only using 0.1 tons of it, and the rest is surplus. That's money that we're able to gain by selling it, by exporting it. So one of the things that I want to do as we look down in this area is see about expanding and getting some more lumber production here. Obviously this is the gold mine, or lumber mine, as it will. That would be great to have. We're just not there yet, where I can't justify buying more plots of land because this one is still in need of being filled out. So we're gonna go specialized industry. Some lumber here. And get this going. Then we have a little lumber place here. And then we'll do one, I think we'll put this like in the middle. The trick here is that we have the Firewatch. That we have to work around, right? Here's this like power line coming through here that we'll have to just oh, this is weird when you don't build it from the start. Oh, I don't like that at all. Okay, we'll build it from this side. Oh. It feels weird, like I'm building it backwards, but this is just what we need to do to work around the fire tower, which is right there. This is really weird. I should be able to do this, but when I cross that line, it gets mad. I feel like maybe I gotta pull it. This is so awkward to get this to work. But okay, we did it. Our super awkward cutout here for the fire department. We won't log too much and take out the watchtower. All right. So we have P-cent planks. I thought it was like pleasant planks. Soft ends. P-cent planks. So when we look back here, we can see we've added, or we're almost double what our production was before. So hoping that adds to the revenue side. And then we can, you know, grow a bit more as we'll have a little bit more of an income stream. And again, like obviously I want to eventually buy these out, but one of these alone is 60,000. This one is 80,000. It's like just super dense forest. So I would want to buy these three together, and that is 174,000. Not quite there yet. But when we do get there, I'll definitely expand the forestry operations out into that area. So what's weird is that without having a request here for housing needs or commercial or anything like that, it's a little challenging to know what to build next. So I'm just going to kind of speed things up a little bit, and we'll see if that kind of helps to move that a little bit. What's good is we can see we have lots of taxis going, right? So that's one of the things that I want to work on is our public transit system. But here I noticed that we have 0 taxis in operation. So in theory, all of the taxis that we're seeing are from elsewhere. These are like from outside of the city coming. So I'm thinking I need to put in taxi stands to create places. Yeah, so I think that that's something I should have been doing, is using taxi stands to create places for people. I don't think with taxis that I have to do a route, because right, that's the whole point of a taxi, is that you're kind of telling them what your route is. But figure here, this gives us a way to get more people using the taxi. I'll do it here. And hopefully this is going to create some revenue that I can use. These things only cost me like 50 a pop, right? Yeah. So I'm hoping that these can create some revenue. And I feel foolish for not having recognized this earlier when I put in the taxi stand. I'll put one over here too. And then we'll put maybe one down here. It feels silly having taxi way out in the middle of nowhere, but you never know when someone will need one. And right now, placing like 100 taxi stands is cheaper than upgrading the taxi depot to have the... Where is the taxi depot? Then upgrading here is 8,700. So the good news is I can see 8 of 8 taxis are in use. So that's awesome. And right now I think it's just operating everywhere. So, you know, we can see people are using these walking paths, which I just love that they're taking these paths. Again, the fewer cars on the street, the better. That's one of the things that always is challenging when you're getting this going. So, you know, I noticed that we have like no cars parked in here. They seem to be doing well. You know, moving in the right direction at least. These are all over 2. I don't actually know what this is. Oh, underground. So, you know, we're working on it. It's slight uptick here. But the good news is that I think that the taxis and stuff count as like service fees. No, public transit fees, 0. I don't know how taxis come in. I have no idea. This is the transportation budget, apparently. What did I just do? Did I just zero it out somehow? That was weird, right? It just went to 0? I was very worried for a second. I don't know why it is adjusting around. But yeah, so anyway, we're having positive income. That's the important part. People are happier. We could see all these cars flooding in to move in probably to these new houses. So I built out these areas here. The school is very inefficient right now. I'm wondering if... What I'm wondering is if I adjust the budget here, how much that changes the number of students who are enrolled. Because if we looked earlier, we saw that like we definitely have enough students for these schools. There's only 111 students here, 123 here. So I feel like that education in general, well, we only have 234 enrolled, but we have 997 eligible. So does that mean we just have a ton of kids who are not enrolled in school? That seems kind of silly. I don't know why. I don't know why that's the case. But what I do know is that now we have a request for some low density housing. We're just gonna plop those in right here, give those folks a place to live. And what I think I need to do, because we do have a good density of folks over here, create like a couple little like corner store sort of situations. I think that would be good. Yeah, so we're looking good. Stuff is moving in the right direction. All right, we're gonna slow that speed back down and start looking at what else we need to do. So I think I'm really hesitant to do this, right? Because we're finally making money, but I'm really hesitant to go and change the taxes a little bit. But I think what I might do is lower the residential taxes by 1%. It just is a small change here on the budget, and lower the commercial by 1%. Again, hopefully small change on the budget, but hopefully it attracts more people to come here. And what I probably should do, because the complaint about the high water fees and high electricity fees, is I should probably address those as well. Because I don't know how much this actually does anything. So if I lower that, it's like 1,000. It's not really doing anything. Oh. There we go, to 100. Yeah. Again, very small change on the budget, but what would you do if you got a notice from your power company that said, hey, by the way, we're lowering your fee? Right? You'd be thrilled. So that's really what I'm trying to get here. I want this to be a nice, happy place. Happiness, population, all that stuff. Because again, I'm hoping that it will drive more people here. All right, so one of the things that we have not done is buses. I know that is something that's going to come soon. I think we have to wait. As much as I want to get buses going now. Apparently we have a tornado. Where's the tornado?
Citizens should seek immediate cover.
Is that the tornado? What is this? No. Oh, there's the tornado. Oh, thankfully far away from us. But man, I've never seen a tornado in real life, but that thing looks terrifyingly huge. I don't want to deal with that. That does not sound like a fun thing to deal with. So, yeah, no thanks. All right, so what I want to do is build in. Well, nobody's moved into these. So I think I'm going to do is put in some row housing here on either side. Well, Birch Street is supposed to be that dividing line, I think, right? That's what we decided? Yeah, Birch Street is the dividing line between the two neighborhoods. So I think what we need to do actually is put in another school, because we saw that the school needs are still there. By putting in another school, this lets us grow just a little bit. We can put in a small elementary school, right? These will be tinier schools. And now that gives us enough for 1,200 people to come. And what we can do to the budget, which is getting tight again, we can go into education. We can just tick this up a little bit. Now, what are the fees here? For schools? They're public schools. We're not charging, right? Oh, look, we just crossed over the line. Just over. Then what we'll do is we'll have these 3 sets of low density here. We'll have a set here. We'll have a set here. And then this will be kind of that new neighborhood that folks want to move into. Yeah, we're barely over the line there. So I think we'll be fine.
We interrupt this program.
And another tornado is coming through.
Radar readings indicate a tornado is approaching the city.
That has me a little worried. Why are we getting so many
Citizens should
tornadoes?
seek immediate cover.
Like, aren't tornadoes more of a Great Plains sort of thing, not a barrier island sort of thing? It feels like maybe I was misled. Do some medium-sized trees. There we go. All right, somehow this still Elizabeth Jane Street? That makes no sense. Wait, how is that possible? Unless it's... No, come on, this can't be the same street. You guys, this needs to be... You can't have a street intersect itself. That's not okay. Okay. How do I force the street to have a different name? I think any of these 4 ways. Oh no! Oh, what happened here? Okay, sewer. Sewer backup. That's a new thing. Okay, we are... This is where it's time for the budget. Okay, services, sewage. Let's move that to 60%. Did that solve it? That solved it. Okay, great. Well, no fun there if your sewage starts backing up in your brand new school. Hey, we got a rock musician mansion. That's awesome. Okay. Where are we going to put our rock musician? This area over here feels kind of cool. It's, maybe we can do this off of Birch Street. We can have a little... we can do a little road. It comes off of here. Let's do that. And then we'll do, like... I don't actually know how this works. I just want a narrow... We'll do that. And then we'll do a little straight section. Okay. Rock musician house. Here we go. That's awesome. They're like they're on King Lane. Oh my gosh. That's too perfect. So we can we'll extend this a little. And we'll have that, no. Extend it a little bit more. We'll have that cul-de-sac. We'll do a very large street. No. Do that. Then they have a little thing that they can go. Ooh, could I make this one way? That seems silly, right? I can't do that. I don't think you can have a cul-de-sac on a one way. But that's really cool. I can do some nice props over here. I can screen them from the general public. I think that's good. And then we'll just have this. Hey, we hit milestone 5. Absolutely awesome. Okay, well, we finished a little bit of styling for our rock musician mansion. We've unlocked milestone 5. I think that's a pretty good place to stop. So we'll pick this up next time and really look at what milestone 5 has in store for us. And I think that includes some district stuff, so that'll be fun. All right, thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, please like and subscribe, and feel free to weigh in on the comments on things that you think I should do or things I'm doing wrong. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care.